really have anyone to tell how I was feeling. So yeah, I essentially just suffered in silence and didn't really speak out because I was really fearful of repercussions. So I had a really interesting experience in and out of care, but yeah.
Well, you're really bright, and I'm guessing you did you feel at school that you had, you know, a brain you could use, and there was something there for you?
Form of escapism. I used it as a way to, it was my way out. I knew that if I went to uni, got a good degree, I'd end up in a good job and I'd be able to get out of the system through that way. But I guess not everyone is similar to me, and not everyone had key champions like teachers or best friends and their family kind of supporting them. So I was able to navigate the system through key champions and key, like, I call them agents of change because they're people who really changed and helped me on my journey in care.
How are you doing these days, Kim?
I'm doing really well, thank you. I've got a good job, I've got a little car, I've got a little business, like, I'm doing well, I'm really starting to settle in my life, but it's really, I'm thankful for the people who helped me on my journey, because I don't think I would have been able to do it without my teachers at school and my best friend and her family. They've always provided me with continuous support that the system should have been providing to me, but it stopped at key ages like 17, 18 and 25. So I've kind of got those people to fall back on. Those people now make up my network and my support system. So with their help and support, I've been able to be doing well for myself.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
I'm so pleased to hear that. I can hear it in your voice as well. Thank you, Kim.
Thank you for having me.
You take care. All the best.
You
Thank you
too.
so much. Kim Ebenike, doing well, having been in care from the ages of 7 to 17. That's quite a story. And before that, it was Josh who wrote the report, who said, and you never hear this from the sort of official people, do you, that it's all about making sure the child who goes into care has love.
If I was an astronaut, nothing but space, man. And I wanna go home.
Well, that's good job. 23 minutes past 12, Jeremy Vine here, talking about being in care. And the report that says, unless
Is this all right? Can you see?
you're going to have 100,000 children in care in England every year. And the question then of how you make care.
Get some crisps.
Paul Weston in Norfolk says, I was in care until I was 19.
Yes.
I'm glad my mum put me into care, because if she didn't, I think I would have gone to prison. My brother and I went into care. It saved us. I just wish I'd been given more care after leaving the children's home, because then you're out on your own in the big wide world. Gosh, I'd love to hear more about that story. Aaron is in Inverness.
Peanut. Doing something, Peanut.
Foster care out, because 7 is a really young age, and you might have got into care without realising what was wrong with your biological parents. Did you ever find out what happened?
No, I'm still currently from opening company. I actually went in. Obviously, nowadays they tend to black out the most important information that you need.
And what do you think you'll find when you look at the backstory?
Well, I'm hoping to find the reason as to why I took care in the first place.
And do you have any sense of why that might be?
I've no idea.
Yeah, so it's a big hole in your story in a way, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I think now it's come to the time where I need answers and I need them fast.
Well, I hope it puts your mind at rest, Aaron. Thank you very much for calling us and for listening.
Thanks a lot, James. Yeah.
Okay, take care. Thank you. There's so much of life here, isn't there? Jeanette, not her real name, has texted. I've worked in children's social care for 2 local authorities for 35 years. All I can say is this is going to continue until more money is ploughed in. Social workers don't have the time anymore to do what we did back in the day, which is what I would call proper social work. And it's true, whenever we see the stories in the news, which are the standout, awful stories of Star Hodson or whoever, and it's the child that's been killed, and the main adult carer is often to blame. And then everyone points the finger at social services and says, why didn't you spot it? They can't, they just end up not being able to say. The truth of it is we've got 1,000 cases and we kept the other 999 safe. Eleanor in Salford says many local authorities have cut early years support services and closed children's centres, all for short-term monetary gain. They've then done nothing when thousands more children need to go into care, and that costs them years more in the longer term. Got something wrong here, haven't we? Alicia in Falmouth in Cornwall, you were in care as a child as well, Alicia.
Hi, Jeremy. Yeah, I was.
Can you give us a sense of what we need to do better, assuming that we can't just spend our way out of it?
No, and I mean, so the fundamental things that every child needs to grow well is just that it's all free. it's stuff like love. It's like having, people who will fight for you for support services, people who have your back, like people who can invest time in building relationships to make sure that you're advocated for, that there's compassion, that you understand that you're safe. And when you're a traumatized young person who's been through whatever you've been through, and most people who've been through care have an extraordinary story, it's really, really important that, that those people are specialised and they're trained to the point where they can make you feel safe in ways that you need as a child, where you can't really express yourself as skillfully as a psychologist, for example, so that you can start to build those relationships and build those attachments. And actually, given how plastic the brain is, and given the fact that children have developmental windows from 3 to 5 and then through the teenage years up to 25, there are so many opportunities for change to turn the story around for all of these people who may not have that experience at the moment in the state that the system currently is.
Did you find that foster care did that for you or not?
No.
Really?
I didn't have a good time in the care system. I had a really difficult time in the care system. I came out not functioning, not able to work, with shocking mental health. But what I found was that the minute that I left the care system, I now was able to build relationships and build friends out in the community. I found so many loving, generous, wonderful people who kind of, would feed me and listen to me and give me love and care. So I recovered just fine. And this is after the age of 18. This is beyond the privilege of care. But in terms of services, that support dropped off so dramatically. So I was incredibly lucky to find the compassion that I needed out of the community, and thanks to kind of society in general and the fact that they wanted. I found a lot of loving people. I could make a successful recovery to the point where I went from being 18 years old, suicidal, not functioning, absolutely couldn't even hold down a waitressing job, to now having a master's degree in social work.
Oh, brilliant! What a great story! I love you kept that bit from us till the very end. How brilliant, Alicia! Well done.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Go on, say the last bit.
I was just going to say, my turn-up story is a testament to the fact that, compassion and love is kind of it's a challenge to society as well as the system.
Thank you. Well, that's got to be the last word on this. Alicia and Velma, thank you to Alicia, everyone else who spoke up and was so candid
You are doing well
about their
driving.
experience in care.
Oh, great. I'm moving house and time. Let's just read a couple more comments on the care system. Jana in Redditch says, last November we applied to become foster carers. We went through training for 3 months, only to be advised we're not good enough because we don't drive. We did say at the beginning we don't drive. There are so many You
good
should
people who'd love
drive
to
when
foster,
you're
but the
a foster
process
carer.
is different,
Why?
she
To
says.
try to be a foster parent.
Kelly texts and
That's
says, my husband and I
ridiculous.
went through the foster application over lockdown.
You don't have to
and we brought up
drive to
4
be a
children who are
parent.
incredibly happy and successful.
God.
My husband just decided he didn't want to do the training sessions because he felt it was
Like I've
too
heard that
much.
some people
I suspect a
volunteered
lot
to
of
be
people drop out at this stage.
look after
So
some
they've had
Ukrainian
their own fortunes,
refugees.
and they don't,
Yeah.
They've been
you don't want to be
rejected
trained to
because
do
the plug sockets are
fostering.
down on the
Barry in
ground
Glasgow says, I've
and down
been
at the
crying out
bottom.
for help for months now
I
for
need
my
to
son who's autistic and has become very
Why
violent
are they,
due to
do they
lack of
don't
support.
know the
They
plug
can't
He
run
ended
socket?
up
down
in
to
care
reach a
short
plug
term,
socket.
but I fear
What?
that in his 80s, and I can see nothing's changed. In some areas, it looks like it's actually got worse.
I'm going beyond melodies and lyrics, chatting to some of the best musicians of our time about their songwriting secrets.
We Write the Songs with Gary Barlow.
What sparks their creativity,
I think songs can have a utility in society beyond just having fun.
what moves them,
I make a conscious effort to try and be original.
how do they capture that flash of inspiration?
I suppose it's not a controllable thing in me. I can't always do it.
We Write the Songs from BBC Radio 2.
BBC Sounds.
For football fans, the last few weeks of the season can be full of emotion. Promotions, relegations, championships are all on the line during the closing weeks, leading to scenes of both ecstasy and devastation. Occasionally, fans flood onto the pitch to celebrate with their team, but this season, pitch invasions have become more common and occasionally more violent. Yesterday, the Aston Villa goalkeeper Robin Olsen was attacked by fans after his team lost to the new Premier League champions Man City. And in the last week, there have been at least 6 pitch invasions across the country. The Football Association has said it's very concerned about the rise in anti-Semitism from fans, but it's not entirely clear why this is happening. In February, the National Lead for Football Policing Chief Constable Mark Roberts said cocaine use is driving a rise in disorder at matches, but others blame the pandemic for isolating fans who may have forgotten how to behave in a crowd. You're not allowed to trespass on a pitch, that's illegal already. 2 fans have now been charged over yesterday's Man City pitch invasion, and a Nottingham Forest fan was jailed for 24 weeks after headbutting Sheffield United's Billy Sharp during a pitch invasion last week. But some people are saying there need to be harsher punishments now. This can't go on. Maybe you've witnessed violence at a pitch invasion yourself. Is there any such thing as a benign pitch invasion? Email vine@bbc.co.uk with your